Welcome back, AfterBuzzers, to the Real Housewives of Potomac after show. So tonight, we are talking about Michael's charges. They're being dismissed. The amazing Macy Gray, and of course, Bravo and their secret footage. All that and more coming up for you next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi everybody.
Hi. What's up, party people? Welcome back. Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 4, Episode 12, Goodwill Haunting. Tonight is going to be a great show, you guys. Stay tuned because it was good down to the end. But before we get popping, I couldn't do it without my wonderful girls. I'm Erika, and this is the amazing Alexis.
Hi everybody.
And the also amazing Dani.
Hey guys.
And the also amazing Lauren.
Hey guys.
Next week I'll be more creative. All right, you guys. So stay tuned to the end because we got tweets and we got some good booming hot, piping hot news. So stay tuned for that. What did you guys think overall of this episode?
This episode was all about receipts. Everybody has some
yeah.
receipts. But it was a good episode. I was happy to see the receipts.
Yeah.
Some questions were answered.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of drama. I agree. It should have been titled Receipts.
Right.
Because Bravo had them, Monique had them, so yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I love when we talk about my boo Juan, so I just enjoyed that majority of this episode was about him and his birthday. So.
Yes. Yes, it was about him and his birthday. Whose D does he want to suck? Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
You don't want to do that.
Because I feel like the more Robin says, the more I'm like, I think it's Juan.
It's
All
for
right.
sure.
It has to be one.
Yeah. Who else would it be?
Exactly. All right. So before we get to the messiness that is everything, let's talk about Karen and Raven and how cute they were. And, you know, Raven might be out singing Ashley and Candace. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Outing Ashley for sure, because I thought she had a nice voice. I think she was just nervous, but I love seeing Karen around her girls. It's like a different side of Karen, so I enjoyed that moment with them.
Yeah, it was cute. I like seeing Raven. She's a cute little girl, so yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, little she was.
Grown girl. She's a cute girl.
I know what you mean though. She's so sweet. I think she did a really good job because. Well, she said it's something she likes to do. Like Candace and Ashley, they competed as singers. So if that's her without vocal training, I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It seems like it's a hobby for her, not like how they make it like a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was fun to see Macy Gray. So I thought that scene actually was pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Raven does seem just nice and mature. As we've mentioned before, I think all the kids on this show do a good job. Mm-hmm. So what did you guys think about Monique and Ashley?
Monique? I'm sorry, I have to. Monique, when she met up with Ashley, it was just shady. Okay, what I didn't like is that when they showed the messages, you saw that Monique sent the clip about Michael to Candace. So if you are sending the clip to Candace, when Candace responds, how are you going to show Ashley, like, but look what she said? How about, but look, you sent it to her? If you're really friends with her and you don't want to carry the bone about that and talk about it, why would you send it? I would, if I was Ashley, I'd be looking at Monique like, excuse me, so you show me receipts, but you don't see right here where you just sent it?
But that's the thing. I think Ashley is looking at her sideways, but like Gizelle pointed out, Monique has the footage.
Right.
So I think she's internalizing it like, okay, yeah, you ain't nothing either, but I ain't gonna come for you because you can expose everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree 100%. When she showed the messages, I was like, why is she showing that? It's just making me feel like she was adding on to it because she initiated the conversation by sending the link. Like, if you know Candace and Ashley aren't getting along and you know they've had this whole debacle with Michael, like, there's no way for you to send that without the intention of it being messy. Like, because you know they don't like each other. So if you're stirring up the pot basically by starting off that conversation. So I didn't understand why she was showing those messages because to me it didn't make her look better.
Right. And Monique and Candace just made up. So it's like every time they make up, somebody does something stupid and it ruins the relationship again.
So weird.
But Monique was saying when she was with her husband that she felt like Candace was kind of trying to draw her in to kind of being messy. And she was seeing part of Candace, a side of Candace that she didn't really, agree with. So you guys don't think... You think that's?
I don't think Candace was trying to draw her in because they did show some parts where Monique was being kind of shady. Like when she said he was treating him like a stripper and didn't make no money. Like, I mean, you were being shady. You can just say all of us were being shady about it. Like it was funny at the moment. But you know what I mean? Like, don't just try to distance yourself from it now. It's on camera, girl.
Yeah, she's like trying to make it seem like she's just this neutral middle person, but it doesn't seem that way at all. It seems like she's playing both sides.
Yeah,
I just seems like she's giving more support to Ashley than anybody else is. Sorry, Lauren.
Oh no, I just wanted to shout out somebody in the chat. Joseph Bosa, hey, we missed you.
He is faithful. Joseph be watching.
And Joseph, he wants to chime in. He says clearly Monique is off her rocker because her pregnancy is nearing her final trimester.
Aww.
So he's giving her a pass because she's pregnant, even though she's being messy.
Red, Monique.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Monique is being nicer to Ashley than anybody else. So
Take what she can get.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's being nicer. I don't know. Either way, she's playing both sides. And if I was Candace, I'd be upset with her. If I was Ashley, I'd be upset with her. So she needs to just keep her mouth shut or admit that she's playing both teams.
Right.
True.
Very true. Very true. So no more babies for Chris and Monique. Do you believe it or no?
No. He loves kids. Like, he always talks about how he loves kids. And the way that he interacts with his kids, like, come on. They're going to have more babies.
Yeah.
3 is a lot, though, I think.
3 is a lot.
I don't think they're going to either.
You can tell she is over it. And, I mean, she's already had a miscarriage, and it seems like this has been a rough pregnancy. So I don't know if she wants to put herself through that again.
I don't think that they would plan to have another one, but I think they're still going to have another one.
Right.
Chris knows what he wants. They're married, so it's likely, things
I feel like she's going to make it work so there's no oops, because there's obviously things you can do.
She's going to get some birth control.
Yeah.
Something. Talk him into getting the snip.
Oh, Chris.
He's not going to do that. He is not about to do that.
He is the last husband on this show to do that, for sure.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what did you guys think about Katie calling Ashley stupid?
It was funny because it was like, dang, it's kind of true. Because, like, the way that she looks in this whole episode is like, girl, come on. Like, you're denying everything. You can't even be like, well, maybe, like, a little bit. I get it, it's your husband. But, like, I would just not say anything before I'm like, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, you look really silly.
Yeah. You could see in the Fox 5 interview that when he kind of said, well, this happened, he started going off script. Ashley's face kind of...
Yeah.
She had to adjust herself. Like, Ashley, it's okay. It's not you. You ain't the one facing the charges.
Right.
Or just be quiet. Like, stop going on this campaign because Candace made a good point. Like, you're always saying how open you are, but not on this. Not when it's your stuff. So...
Yeah. My feelings about it are, one, I was a little bit confused because I know Katie and Ashley are into it now, but I just thought that was because they've been watching back the show and Katie was mad about something that Ashley said. But I thought they were friends as far as it goes on this point in the show, so I didn't understand why she was coming for Ashley. And I wouldn't even necessarily call Ashley stupid. I think Ashley knows everything that's going on with Michael. She's just saving face for her own embarrassment, not just his. So I don't even think that she's stupid. So for those 2 reasons, I didn't understand why Katie was coming for her.
Yeah, I agree. So when they were in the kitchen and they were all talking for the girls' night, that was my confusion because, before maybe Katie would make a couple little funny comments, but this was the first time where she was like really offensive. And I was kind of like, did you see those tweets or something? Is this last week? Like, I thought this was taped a while ago. So I was totally with you on that because I was like, why is she coming so harsh on her? Because even Robin and Gizelle were like, oh, really? You think, and I was just like, okay, that was very harsh, I thought.
Maybe Katie means she's playing stupid, not like she's stupid, because I think Ashley is playing stupid. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what she meant.
I think Katie just doesn't have any loyalty to Ashley. I don't think she has beef with her.
I don't think so either,
I'm not surprised. Katie seems like she just says what she wants to say.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you're her children or family, or maybe Gizelle and Robin because she's known them for years. But I think she would have said it if Ashley was standing right there, which is why I love her.
Very true.
She would have.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Katie's point in reference to Michael hitting on her boyfriend?
Shady. Like that, I was like, okay, this is suspect. Like, who says that? On
Shady
the
for
private
Katie
phone?
or shady for Michael?
Shady for Michael.
Oh, okay.
Like, what do you mean? Hit me, answer me on the private phone. Excuse me, sir?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Katie, like, oh no, what? You're not saying that to my boyfriend. Like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe it was just a friendly joke.
Yeah, I mean, or not even just a joke. Like, they're on TV. So to me, I was like, if I call you, I don't want anything that's on the mic. So I don't know. That's how I took it anyway.
Oh my. Okay.
he not even on the mic,
Erika,
though.
come on now. Old boy is not even, well, Katie, first off, isn't even a real cast member. So you know her boyfriend, her man, of how many months is not going to be mic'd.
Right.
Michael's trying to meet him up after taping and just does what he does.
I don't think so.
I think honestly, it's just kind of like the icing on the cake. Like, I feel like if none of these other situations with the nudes and with the hitting on the butt and with the sucking sausage comment, if none of that happened and he just strictly made this comment, nobody would really be thinking anything of it. But because he keeps on with this same behavior, of course we're going to think, oh, he's trying to hit on something. But it could have honestly just been something really friendly and in a joking way.
Okay, well, let me ask you guys this. Because to me, I feel like the charges were dropped. So, it still seemed like the women, that even made them, like, it had no impact on them whatsoever. Like, they're like, okay, he still did it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, they were dropped, you guys.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, though. To me, it didn't mean anything. I was like, okay. Because I agree with Gizelle when she said it's one man's word versus another man's butt. Yeah. So it really was like, what is the judge going to say? Like, there's no, both of y'all are even the same amount of, you know what I mean? Like, information and stuff. He can't just be like, oh, yeah, he said it, so it is right, Like, they were dropped, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Again, it's been going on for years now. Like, and the thing is, do y'all remember Michael already came for one of Katie's men? Mm-hmm. So Katie need to get Michael right because this is the second boyfriend.
Wait a minute. They just want to dance, y'all. He just wanted to dance on the dance floor.
Oh, no,
that's it. He was just trying to dance with Andrew. That's all he was trying to do. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like to me, I feel like Monique. Like we don't know.
I know it was dropped. A bag for that cameraman to shut his mouth.
Right.
To sell his
bag.
ass.
A big bag.
That's what was dropped. Shoot. Because Michael
I'll
did
take
it.
that check.
Yeah, that was what it took. The coins would shut you up real quick.
You guys know.
Michael
is not gay, okay?
I mean,
according to
Ashley Jr.
I
Right.
mean, at this point, it don't even have to be about just being gay. At this point, you're just crossing boundaries of making people uncomfortable. Like, I guess if you just like smacking booties, you like smacking booties. But certain people don't like their booty smack, so don't do it. Gay or not, don't do it,
Okay, he was trying to get for the picture, and he bumped into him, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm done with you, Erika.
I did not know we had
Ashley Darby.
Ashley Darby, everyone.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it just seems I don't know. It's too much. And then they're just going to all of a sudden come up with that footage tonight. I don't know.
The footage was really all we needed at
the
this
footage,
point.
honey.
Right. And so why is it today? We were talking about this forever.
Yeah, that's true.
So it
I don't get
seems
it
like, so I don't know. We'll discuss the whatever later. Okay. So, all right. Gizelle. I mean, super cute girl. I love you mostly. But
what are you about to say about Gizelle?
You know she gonna be mad.
Hold up now. Because she didn't do nothing this episode, y'all. She was minding her business.
So obnoxious the whole time to Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think so. It was funny to me. Like,
entertaining.
what happened? Yeah, what happened? He felt so awkward when she said that, though, which made it even funnier.
I mean, it was funny, but it was rude, like, for real.
He got to know this group. Like, if you're going to come around after something like that, you got to know that people are going to ask you. If he went in expecting for nobody to bring it up or say anything, then he was delusional.
Right. It's reality TV.
No, but you could be like, Juan, good to see you.
Yeah.
Well, Gizelle ain't Juan, and I'm happy she ain't because when she sat down with that popcorn
oh my
for the
gosh.
morning news, I said, Gizelle. I cannot. She's
Have her
hilarious.
popcorn ready.
But
Yeah.
men are different. Men don't like to get in other people's business, and women like sometimes don't have a problem doing that. So I expected that from Gizelle.
Not so much. Okay, like not really how much her interaction so much with Michael as she was. I don't know. Maybe I'm channeling Ashley today, but I did feel like she was talking to Ashley crazy, and I could see where it's like even before she was kind of like, well, yeah, he did it or whatever, and she's coming from a place that seems messier more so than friendly.
Now that I can agree with.
What do you think? Okay,
I can agree with that.
I didn't think Gizelle was being messy. I think Gizelle is just not gonna lie to Ashley. Because Ashley wants somebody to lie with her and be on her side like Monique. No, Gizelle is like, if she thinks that he did it, she's gonna tell you that she thinks that he did it.
Good point.
Yeah, I can respect Gizelle because she said it to her. It'd be one thing if she was playing both sides like some people. But she's being like, yeah, that was my opinion. I jumped to conclusions, that was my opinion, and I still think that's the truth. So
Yeah.
You can't be mad. Like, they would be mad if she said it behind Ashley's back, and people are still mad when she says it to Ashley. I'd rather her say it to Ashley, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather her say it to Ashley, but I do feel like the way she talked to her last week and the way she talked to her this week was it was a little disrespectful, because to me, like for example, to get back to Katie, when Katie was in the car with Ashley, she was like, well, is he gay? And it is how you do, it is your delivery. So to me, I do feel like she came off kind of cold, and I felt like Ashley had a point in how Gizelle was talking to her, given that she thought Gizelle was her friend. Like, Candace is always going to be crazy to her, but I think Gizelle was a little rah-rah.
But going back to Giselle's point that she made, and I think she did make a great point, it's like you're kind of being real lighthearted about it too, Ashley, like kind of just talking about it like it's not a big deal. So she's joking and kind of laughing about it too. Why not?
Well, my thing with that was, I was like, well, she's joking, but she's not like joking like, oh, he might be gay joking. She's like, oh, okay, we're good because he didn't do it, which is a totally different thing. So I listened to Giselle's point. It's like, well, yeah, Gizelle, you can't be like Kiki, but not Kiki, he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kiki, girl, we know he didn't do nothing. That's what the Kiki was about.
I get you.
I mean, as far as the joking part. So I think that's why Ashley took it so seriously with her, because she was like, okay, you laughing, but you for real, don't believe him. And,
that's true. I do want to just reference the chat. I'm sorry, they're going crazy in the
no,
chat.
don't share it all.
Yeah, I'm trying to interrupt.
interrupt.
But oh my gosh, okay, there it goes. Michael Berry said that he doesn't feel bad for. I'm sorry, Anthony Berry. They're going so fast. Anthony Berry doesn't feel bad for Michael because he has nothing. He holds nothing back from anybody else's business, basically, and he also said that he had no problem speaking about Ray's home.
He did.
So,
Same thing with Ashley.
Always throwing shade. That's that couple,
Yeah, and then they also want to know if we think that Bravo's footage will be used against Ashley at the reunion. Like, is there more footage?
Oh, for
I think it will.
sure.
Yeah, it will.
Yes, it will.
I
So
can't
she
wait.
needs to stop talking.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, you guys. Maybe I don't know, but I feel like it's just
You're real positive today.
I'm so confused.
Here's my thing about that footage. It's just too concise.
I know why you're Team Ashley all of a sudden. Why? I'm going to call you out because I'm a Gizelle. You're empathizing with her because of her dad's situation, aren't you? So that softened you toward her.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that does look like that's going to be good. But no, I mean, the issue I have with it is it just seems totally created. Like, now we've been talking about this for so long, and all of a sudden it's this mystery footage, and it just seems like they're taking us for a ride. Like, I feel like if it was that easy, why are we waiting all this time? Like, I don't know. It just
fair.
that part doesn't
that
sit
wouldn't
right
be
with
as
me.
Maybe they wanted to
fun.
get more episodes out of
Yeah,
it.
they had to get us built up. Like, oh my God. Even though we knew
A
it
couple
was
people
him.
don't have storylines, so they had to keep that one going.
Yeah.
Yes, although this could be like a Easter egg or whatever. They throw it out there, and then next week we find out that
That's not even what they were talking about.
yeah, or something else, or maybe
I don't know. That cameraman sounded
maybe
very
he took
upset.
Very
he
mad.
took somebody's food or something. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what happened.
We don't. But if that footage was based off of the butt grabbing, it just went against his point that he didn't know that he did
But
something
here's the thing,
inappropriate.
though. I thought the butt grabbing happened in the basement, and they weren't in the basement. for that footage, actually.
Well, we know it was about the butt grabbing because Michael says, I didn't touch your butt. I'll give you a beer or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did say that later when they were.
But that was 2 different clips.
Right,
so it could
and that
be
particular
like
clip
it together.
wasn't in the basement. So that is one thing. I mean, not saying, I don't know what happened, but Bravo just seems...
I'm going to go along with Erika for now. And, like, we don't know yet. But we definitely going to find out.
I'm not saying that Michael is totally good.
We see each other.
I'm just going to go with Erika for now.
Okay, all right. All I'm saying is, to me, it just feels too cut and dry and too easy and just too, Michael's gay and he's doing whatever. It just seems a little bit...
Or maybe they just wanted to show us that they're going to lie. So they were like, let's show them just blatantly lying about it and then drop the footage so that they can, see what they do when they think there's no footage. Because at the moment, they didn't know that there was footage because Monique claimed there wasn't any cameras in her house. So.
Right.
Well, no. She said there weren't any cameras in the
that
basement
area
or whatever.
and
so we haven't actually seen the area yet. So, but anyway, so we'll see. I mean, I think it's a little easy, but it's interesting. So I don't know, you guys. All right, so... I really did actually, even though everybody was weird, I really liked how Juan interacted with Michael, which kind of had me doubting that it was his D. Because I was like, he seemed real cool with him.
No, it just confirmed to me that was his D. Because he's like, oh my gosh, he's so compassionate. He takes my side. I will for sure suck his sausage. Like, why not? Like, why not?
But no, here's the thing on that is because... when Robin was in her confessional and Juan, and I guess Michael went to Juan and she said, he forced me to tell Juan what happened. I think she told Juan, because I think Robin's messy like that. I think she was like, yeah, well, he said he wants to suck your D. That's what I think
she told him that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because maybe it's not Juan, because Juan was so cool with him. And I think if Juan knew that Michael said that about him, he'd be weird.
But
I don't think she was... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I think also Juan, can you see the conversation with Juan and Robin and him be like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I could see that happen and Robin just be like, okay, or not wanting to make it weird. I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't think Robin was trying to be messy. After Michael went to Juan and said, tell Robin to stop talking about me, she had to be like, well, this is what happened.
Mm-hmm. I think if she told him this is what happened, she told him everything.
I don't because I think Juan and Michael legit are friends and like each other, and I don't think she wanted to put Juan in a weird place where he feels like he couldn't be around him, because I can't see him kikiing him up like that after knowing that
that's why I was like, wow, now I'm confused. Yeah,
so I just don't I think she just didn't tell him. I don't think that information is going to come out to the reunion.
Yeah, and who could it have been other than Juan? Yeah. It couldn't be Ray.
No.
It wasn't Chris, because Chris heard the comment, white Chris.
Right.
So it's either Black Chris
or Black Juan.
or Black Juan.
Exactly.
So,
and Black Chris likes sausages.
Oh, no.
Clear it up. Another grill.
Not do Chris like that.
No.
That I think, girl. Okay, what did they say to the chat?
Well, CCF Freak says Erika's in denial. But we love you. They also said these charges can be dismissed for a number of reasons. We need to know those reasons. That's give me shelter. And Jada says the cameraman is pissed and Gizelle told Ashley the truth and what everyone else is thinking, and she don't like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they're also, everyone's just saying Ashley had it coming for seasons. So
I know, and that's everybody's point. She did do a lot of messiness, So, I don't know. Karma, girl.
Yeah. Karma's no joke.
I guess she's not on Karma's good side.
I knew you were going to say that. I love it.
Okay, what about Karen and Karen's interaction and Karen's whole, her reaction to it as being a rape victim?
Karen was spitting facts. Like, this is the Me Too movement, the unique consent movement. You can't just be touching people out here. There's so many lawsuits going on with, like, these celebrities and stuff. You are not exempt. You are on a TV show. You can't just be touching people.
Yeah. And I think that's the bigger thing for me. Like, sexuality, that aside, you can't just go up to people touching people, Michael. Right. And hopefully, I'm sure... prayerfully for him, he's learned his lesson. But that's the bigger issue. Regardless of what you guys' agreement, y'all swinging, whatever, you can't just walk up to people at their place of work and touch them.
Yeah.
If it happened, allegedly.
Do you ever wonder, is that like a cultural thing?
That's
Could
what
that
they
be a cultural
say.
thing?
I mean, that's what they said season 1, that it was because he was Australian.
I
but
don't
now it's been
remember-
so many seasons. On that tip, there is something each season.
Yeah.
That's true. But I still feel like we don't know because the charges were dismissed, y'all. We need more footage. We
You
need
didn't
some
see
photos.
you didn't see the crocodile hunter walking around just grabbing everybody by the booty.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
And you're here now too. You've been doing business in America for some time now, Michael.
Yeah,
No.
I think, I feel like he should know by now that you just don't cross certain boundaries with certain people. If y'all not cool like that, why are you touching somebody like that?
And this can't be his first time being called out about that.
It isn't.
It's not. I mean, it seems like each season he has like some sort of
One or
incident.
two.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Although I will say they usually happen when he's drunk. So
Yeah.
His true self.
You need to put the coronas down.
Remember he wanted Ashley to stop drinking? Stop drinking.
Right along with her. Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. The thing to me, I think as well, is that I don't know. It just seems like this is just so crafted by producers. Like it just seems. I don't know. It just seems very crafted because now every time, like even when Michael's having a discussion with Juan, it just everything he says now everybody's like, "What? We're summer camp? You end up in places you don't want to be. Like he wants them on a board. Like everything. It just
Some
seems
things that
like
he says are like creepy
That
though.
was-
yeah.
But like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
But Chris's face the whole time, Chris is just like, yeah.
Because Chris knows that it's Juan's D. So Chris is
He
like,
might. He's
The
like,
whole
you
time.
being all friendly, don't be too friendly.
yeah.
Child, too much.
I don't know. I feel like they're just taking us down the wrong path. That's all.
It's making good TV.
It is
It
good
really
TV. It
is.
is good TV. But I was like, okay, Michael is just talking about snowboarding. He's just talking about camping. I mean, give the Australian.
That's what happens when you do shenanigans. People just assume you always on some shenanigans stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what happens when you get charged with something. People always assume you did it, even when you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't trust Michael. But I did want to
Neither.
shout out again in the chat. They're saying Karen is right. You have to be real careful, even if you aren't a celebrity. People are lawsuit happy because of
Yeah.
the Me Too movement.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
And they said, well, Australians need to keep their hands to themselves.
Period.
Period, poo.
Period.
Period. With a T.
Yes. Okay. Don't touch nobody. All right. What did you guys think about the haunted house as a birthday thing for Juan? The
It
whole
was
thing?
cute. I liked it.
It looked fun. I wanted to be there.
Me too.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite, Robin.
Yeah.
Right. Candace was not playing though.
Ooh, cold front. Like, that was kind of crazy.
But
Like, when Candace walked up to Ashley, or when they
Oh
came up,
my god.
Yeah.
and she, that hello, that wave, that church hello.
It was
that's
too much.
so awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I get that they were going to bring stuff up to Michael, but I mean, they definitely were kind of stank to them. Like, really rude, I think.
The only thing that kind of took me back, and I was like, they kind of need to chill, is I felt like people were only coming at Ashley. And I feel like if you're going to try to come at somebody about the situation and Michael is there, why not apply that energy towards him? Like, she's not the one who did it. Like, yeah, she's defending her husband, but I mean, it's her husband. So why do you keep coming at her at every moment that you're around her? It's, oh, Michael did this, throwing it in her face. That's when I agree with you on, okay, they kind of need to bring it down on how they're coming at Ashley.
And to me, I mean, like, we're here to celebrate Juan's birthday. He wasn't going to come. He's here, like, is now, like, really? Y'all going to just be all rude and crazy, acting like it was an event? And I don't know.
Now, if they did it to Michael, I understood that because that's the first time they've seen him since everything has happened. But like, why do you keep coming at Ashley?
Because
like,
Ashley has come at everyone in
True.
every season.
Every
Like,
single season.
That doesn't make it, two wrongs don't make a right, people.
well, this
But
is
it makes
Real
karma.
Housewives. It makes Real Housewives.
it makes Real Housewives and it makes karma. I'm not saying it's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thankfully, I don't have friends like these. Because if you have
Yeah.
friends like these, who needs enemies? But
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. Like, you're dragging everyone else. Ashley, it's your season to get dragged.
I thought it was going too far when Gizelle was talking to White Chris and was like, well, y'all didn't talk about the Alex. Like, girl, just let it be.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just let it be.
Then we might have a tweet on that. But yeah, that was like, okay, Gizelle.
Like, you're doing too much now.
Take a breather.
I get it, though. Like, we only really hear it from Ashley's side as far as the girls are concerned. So she probably was like, well, we want to know from Michael's side. And he's not going to talk to us, so maybe he'll talk to the husbands. But I don't know why she thought Chris was going to be the one to tell her what he said. So.
No.
Because Chris knows it was Juan's sausage.
No.
Oh
Chris got the tea. Chris spilled the tea, sir.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, what
At the
I
reunion.
really...
It's going to come out.
Very true. What I really did like, though, was the interaction between the guys. Like, to me, I feel like if you have somebody and whatever you think, maybe it's fake and phony, but just be chilled and enjoy the man's birthday. You know, not everything has to be like, woo, we're going to confront you at this moment.
Yeah.
You know, unless, I mean, you know, I get it. Like, if you're like Karen or Candace or whatever, and you really definitely, you know, believe he's guilty or whatever, then okay. I mean, I guess, you know, don't act like that. But to me, it's like, don't invite someone there and then treat them like, you know, treat them crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying, and that this is their first time that, don't forget it. I'm not saying act stupid, but to me, like, Juan was like, all right, it's over, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Let's
how you treat somebody when you out at an event. You know what I'm saying? If you just, like, kind of whatever, chilling, but it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to confront you at the haunted house. Like, come on, dude.
But at the same time, you know, the guys haven't been having to deal with Ashley and her messiness and her stirring things up and her throwing stuff in people's faces
That's a good
all the time. So it's
That's a good
like
point.
they
That's a good
don't have those type of conversations or situations. They just come around when it's time for them to come around. So I get it. I get what you're saying. Guys just aren't like that in general, but I think in this situation, you know, they're just tired of Ashley.
Yeah.
And, you know, it sucks for her because this isn't even something that she did, but she's never going to hear the end of it.
She will not. And Abstrus Dara, hopefully I said that right, she said Ashley has it coming. She's never been subtle. Why does she even deserve the courtesy? CCF Freak said Ashley is not exempt from the shade fest. That is her life.
Oh, what? The shade, the shade.
I guess there's no forgiveness on this show. We just... Everybody
Well,
just
there's never been an
piles it on.
apology.
Yeah,
Has
that's
Ashley
true.
ever, other than Monique, finally, because that was terrible, but Ashley has never apologized.
Nope.
Yeah,
like,
that's
for anything
true.
else she's done to anybody. It's just been kind of like... Because remember, she was coming from Juan in Robin.
She was hard.
Juan
Yeah.
had a girlfriend. I mean, I'm just saying.
It was me.
That's why you gotta be me, because Juan is sexy. But I'm just saying, like, you know. And, I mean, well, that was another question I wanted to ask you. Just to be honest, like, for me, keep it 100. I get that maybe she wasn't, you know, it was earlier in the season, she wasn't tight with Robin or whatever, but this is the first season that their marriage has really seemed like it was actually remotely doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, every season, and especially when he had a girlfriend, it's like, well, he's dating people. Like it was, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna defend her. It was wrong or whatever, but Robin's situation has been crazy.
Erica, do you know the girlfriend? Because I know you went to Howard, you got plugs in DC. Because you said that with confidence. Do you know the girlfriend?
I don't, but
Not me. I just told y'all. Just told y'all it was me.
I can take it in your resumes.
I just told y'all it was me.
Speaking of, I really wanted to see more of Juan's friends at this party because I feel like his friends will be fine, and
I
we
feel
only
like they
got
would
like
too.
two.
What if
glimpses.
five friends at Juan?
Yeah, bring them up
Them
to
all with
after.
NBA friends.
there. Yeah,
Exactly.
There was a lot of kids
And I
there.
loved that his parents were there. I thought that was really
family.
cute.
Yeah.
That was really cute. And they did have like a little peck, and he said thank you.
It
And
was
if
cute.
That was more than I
liked
did.
it. Right. It was a few
Yeah.
pecks.
They-
I liked it
Yeah.
though. It was so cute.
It was hard for me to watch, but it was nice.
I mean, it really was a moment. This is one of the first few times where I think I felt like coming from Juan that he really had, because he always, to me, it's always like he kicking it with his cousin or something when he was with Robin. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they,
Not his
like,
cousin.
they're cool, but I never really have
best
felt like
friend.
a romantic vibe, like, really.
Yeah.
Until
I
this
agree.
season.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? It's not like he didn't like her or anything, but it
Yeah, I
just
think
never
that
felt...
even they would admit that, like,
Yeah.
that things weren't like how they are now.
Yeah, like this episode in particular was because usually I guess he doesn't do a lot of stuff on camera. So a lot of times in the other seasons we've heard little stuff, and you know we've caught him accidentally talking to a producer or something. But this is the first time where he really seemed like he was into her. And
Yeah.
I just haven't really seen that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was cute, but it was like kind of cringy at the same time. I was like, this is so weird. Like they feel almost uncomfortable kissing each other.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's like they don't know if I should kiss. It's like there was like
when they
hesitation.
hug, it's like,
yeah.
am I kissing after
Yeah,
or
are we about
no?
to kiss?
Yeah.
Maybe that was just because they were in front of everybody.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that I like that at home.
Well, what?
Because they're definitely doing each other at home. She makes it clear.
Oh yeah.
She said
And they
bunny
talking about having
rabbits.
babies.
Well, and that's the thing. To me, I feel like in their relationship, it's always, we hear it through Robin. So I've always, I always think that's suspect. So this is the first time I've affirmatively seen Juan act like he's in it to win it with her. And I think that was really nice to see, to be honest, as far as those two go.
I feel like it was always kind of a shift. Like I feel like first season it was really more Juan because he was trying to get back in her good graces, and then second season it seemed like he wasn't feeling it no more, and then third season they kind of just went more up a hill to where they are now. So
She needs to just keep it fresh. Like he saw he liked the heels in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
I think
the
that's
makeup
what he
parties,
likes.
The haircut.
When she switches things up, I think he's more attractive when she changes things up.
yeah, it's real easy to get comfortable in a relationship you've been in for that long.
Right.
Right. I agree. I agree. And I do, like, for me, I do still strongly feel like this is the first time he's kind of just been more participating in their lives and stuff all the way around. So, and that is really nice to see them as a couple. This is the first season I felt like she's even remotely seemed happy, to be honest. As far as their, because she always seemed thirsty to me, like every other season. Like she always seemed like she wanted it or he
more
cheated
than he did.
or whatever. And he was in, she just was kind of like going along for the kids.
Right.
And then even when she said, now that the kids can Google, I guess we're going to get married because they can Google it or whatever. And it's like, well, no, do you
Want to get married?
exactly? Does he
Right.
want to marry? Like, what do y'all, and now I do feel like they're really, they just seem like they're more intimate
Right.
this season. All right, so let's talk about the footage.
Child.
Oh my gosh.
The receipts.
The receipts, yeah. I mean, I feel like this is what everybody needed to see because they was lying, and now we. I know you don't feel like we know the truth now, Erika, but I feel like we know the truth.
We
now.
know the truth. I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
we know the truth. The footage was just like, okay, cut it.
But they
like,
weren't
stop.
in the basement for the footage, for one.
Maybe there were 2 touches.
Yeah.
It could have been. Or
Maybe that's
maybe
why he
after
likes
he
solid.
touched him outside, maybe they got it wrong. The basement, they meant outside the basement, okay?
Yeah.
And maybe after he touched him, they walked into the basement and, they were like,
Yeah,
"No,
and we didn't see them on camera. We just heard them. The camera person that was shooting at the time was outside, but they could have very well been inside.
But they
Right.
weren't in the basement because he went right outside.
But they got money. They probably got a door
Yeah,
that open
basement
up
that
and
leads
open
to
out.
outside.
And most people, when they have cameras inside their house, they have cameras outside of their house. And in her backyard, I'm pretty sure she has cameras in her backyard. Because that's where it was, right?
That's what we think.
Monique has the footage. Monique has the footage.
I think
Yeah.
so too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is, based on the stories, the footage, that's why it seems weird, because it sounded like, okay, this goes along with the story, but what the facts that they gave about what happened,
But-
it's not. I mean, he wasn't in the basement. And then later, it looked like there was, when he was talking to Karen or when he said something else, that seemed like that was the basement.
Right.
But the part, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like but you're right. Maybe it was 2 touches. Maybe he was talking to him about what happened earlier. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's just interesting the way they dropped it. is all
But
I'm saying.
also Ashley saying, I was looking at him when this happened, girl.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't, because you just said, "Oh, I don't know where he is."
And I was taking
it was hot.
Yeah.
You were taking a picture.
Well,
you weren't
see,
looking at
that's
him.
why it doesn't make sense. Because if she said I was looking at him when it happened, then that goes along with the video that we saw.
Exactly.
But that does not go along with
No,
it happened
no,
in the
no,
basement.
no.
Because where he went right outside to her. So she could have, I'm not saying she was watching
No,
him, but she could
that
have
was
seen
just
it.
a
If
lie.
that happened right there. But if what happened in the basement, then what they showed us isn't the basement. But
No,
you know.
I think that was just a lie when she said she saw it. They went on Fox and just lied.
It was a lie.
He lied, she lied, they lied,
think
and even correlate with each other.
That's why they
So-
went on Fox. But anyway,
Fake
I'm gonna need
news.
them all of Michael's money to get media coaching because they weren't on the same
Oh my
page at
gosh.
all. Even
Yeah.
now, like y'all should have sat down with a publicist and got on the same page.
Even the body language.
Yeah,
like they're like a person apart.
That's because they couldn't agree on which lie they were gonna tell, and he was like, "I'm gonna tell mine." And she was like, "I'm gonna tell mine." And then they're like, "Well, I'm not sitting close to you then."
And she looking at him like, "Which lie we telling right now?"
Maybe everybody is telling the truth, and there's another story out there, people. That's all I'm saying.
Let's hope, Erika, for your sake.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not clear, and I think I don't know. I still feel like they're taking us for a ride on this, but hopefully there's more footage because we need some more. I need a face. I need some video, not just some audio.
We'll see.
But yeah, or more audio. Okay. All right, you guys. So that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. Let's see. Let's do shadiest moments. Do we have any shady moments?
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard for me to pick a shady moment this episode. But I think mine is going to be Gizelle when she said that Ashley's only being like that with Monique because she thinks Monique has the footage. I thought that was kind of shady.
My shadiest moment was Monique showing Ashley the text messages. I was like, girl, this is shady because you were the one that sent her the headline. Stop with the shade.
Yeah, that was my shady moment. I'm gonna go with my girl Macy Gray just because I love seeing her when she said that Raven was a little sharp.
It's a little sharp.
That was some nice
like subtle shade.
Nice way
Subtle
to say,
shade.
calm down, please.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
I think mine would be when Gizelle said to Michael, "No charges, no charges."
Can I get a high five?
That's a good one too.
I don't know. Giselle might be our shady MVP.
No, for real.
She's our shady
She
MVP,
was for sure. All right, you guys. Let's move on to let's do the tweets and then we'll do the news. There's just a couple.
Love tweets.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Blackfoot Contessa. From your tweet to my heart. So Katie is fully committed to this hairhead. Oh my gosh.
This has me weak.
Every week her wigs get worse and worse. I'm not doing this to that girl.
A smidge better than last week.
It did look a little
smidge better.
I kind of questioned at the beginning. I was like, oh, she's wearing her real hair. And then I saw the front and I was like, oh, never mind. Yeah. So it did look a little better.
To me, I feel like she was getting ready for Halloween early.
Free the bang.
Yes.
Free the bang.
I want to shout out in the chat, they said that Katie looked like she belonged on Rodeo Drive liquor store. I don't know if that's a place, but it was very specific.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Get your drink, Katie, because that wig is not doing it.
But she's still on Rodeo Drive doing it, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not. So.
Definitely doing it.
Okay. Britt loves Quincy. I would have asked Giselle, are you still neglecting Angel?
Oh, that's not
Don't blame the
right.
kids.
Not
Leave
the
Angel
kids.
out of it.
Not the kids.
Shade. Sweet-faced De Niro. Yeah, this is the one we talked about this. Giselle, this is from Chris is not going to gossip with you. He's going to gossip with Candace. Then Candace will tell you, okay?
Right.
Wonder about Giselle. Yes,
Steps. What are you doing?
Why are you going against what we usually do? Stop.
Exactly. Giselle, you know better. Like, Chris is not going to tell you nothing. Stop being messy, girl.
That's funny.
All right, you guys, let's move on to news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Hey guys, so congratulations is in order for Katie Ross. She's engaged.
All right.
Yes, after only 5 months of dating. She knows how to lock him down, at least for
She
the
knows how to
engagement.
pull him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Third time's the
And
charm,
make him get on one
Katie.
knee, too.
Yeah. So
Very
this is
true.
a family heirloom that's been in his family for generations and generations. The mother
Yay, so
of the
it's
groom
free.
approved.
Right, free.
The shade of it all. But yeah, congratulations to Katie. You deserve to be happy, and yeah, we love you.
Cute.
Very
Nice little
cute.
sapphire piece. Okay.
Make it to the wedding, girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, make it after the honeymoon, because that's her issue. But we gonna pray for you. Now, speaking of people who need prayer, Ashley, after the footage, she took to Instagram. And she did not agree. So it's a lot, but I want to make sure I get this right. She says, this video shows what my husband said happened. There is nothing new or revealing. Michael accidentally made contact with a very big cameraman when trying to get past him in a narrow doorway. Nothing about that interaction was salacious. Secondly, that audio at the end was taken out of context and the person speaking isn't even named, when it was actually a cousin of one of the cast members. He has made an ongoing joke to Michael about season 1 that was referenced in that scene. Please use logic. Why would Michael offer to get a beer for someone supposedly working and holding the camera? Anyway, this has been addressed by real lawyers, and he's been exonerated in a real court of law by qualified prosecutors, and Michael was exonerated.
It just sounds like a joke.
I don't know. I feel like
don't do that.
That paragraph confused me more than the footage. Okay.
He did sound like a big guy. Like he would be a really big guy.
Yeah. I don't get the very big man. That's a little much. You don't get body shame, Ashley.
Right.
Yeah.
No body shaming.
No body shaming.
But he did sound like he would take somebody out though if you do it again. He did sound like that. So.
Yeah.
It sounds like a joke to me.
All right, you guys. Before we get out of here, let's do our predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, starting with Lauren.
My prediction is that Bravo's going to play with our emotions and they aren't going to show us actually seeing Ashley approach her father. I feel like they're just getting us excited for this reunion of daughter and father, and it's so emotional.
Right.
But I'm still here for it.
I don't think that Ashley's gonna meet her dad, because if he didn't want to talk to you on Facebook and he blocked you, then you coming up to his door is not gonna make it any different, I think.
I think there's going to be another Candace and Ashley blow up because Ashley's going to bring up those text messages that Monique brought to her.
I agree with that. I think, and therefore there'll probably be another Monique and Candace blow up. And I do feel like they're going to film it, but I think it's going to be like with Kenya. Like Kenya's mother didn't see her, and I don't think Ashley's father is going to see her either.
Right.
So heartbreaking.
All right, you guys. Well, that's our show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been fun.
It's fun.
Even if you guys don't agree with me. And, all right, you guys. Where can everyone find you?
Hey guys, my name is Lauren Mayo. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud and on YouTube at Lauren Mayo.
My name is Dani. You guys can find me on Instagram at @TheDaniB.
And I am Lexi. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Lexi Fierce.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. I am Erika Edwards. You can follow me on all of my social media at Erika, ERIKA, as in door, Edwards.
All right.
Ciao
Bye,
for now.
guys.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.